Hello friend around the world and welcome. Today we are talking about books and the first episode about books. To all books lover as me, a special day. We are talking about this amazing book that is The Sun is Also a Star. Before start reading the book, we will give an idea about the book and why I love this book. So let's get about the book. You find it in the end of the book or in the cover of the book, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and read that. Natasha, I'm a girl who believes in science and facts. No fate, no dreams that will never come true. I'm definitely not the kind of girl who meets a cute boy on a crowded New York City street and fall in love with him. Not when my family is 12 hours away from being deported to Jamaica. Falling in love with him won't be my story. Danielle, I'm always being the good son, the good student, living up to my parents' high expectations, never the poet or the dreamer. But something about Natasha makes me think that fate has something much more extraordinary in store for both of us. Yeah, so this make you read the story, of course. And if you're not convinced yet, I'm gonna read something beautiful and powerful for you. And the title, of course, is a very clear title that have a big meaning. I like the title so much. So the sun is also a star. So here the writer put that this book is a romantic full of intelligence and understanding and hope. Okay, so if you go ahead and you start the book, so yeah, the book of course is by Nicola Yoon, the writer of everything, and I think you have an idea about it. Here, so just for mom, dad, and I like this quote that is here in the beginning. Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute, there is time for decision and revisions, which a minute will reverse. The Lost Son of G. Alfred Prufrock, T.S. Eliot. Okay. And we start the book by prologue. Is the introduction of the book, and it's give you an idea about what it's coming. The prologue can be relatively to the book, like have a short summary of the book, yeah, and it's going to be so far about the idea about like explaining what is in the book. That means the prologue can be a short story related, of course, to the book. That's what we see here. So this is the prologue over here. It's a very powerful example of science, of course. What I like about this book specifically is the fact that is between science, between romance, between dreams and the facts, okay? So it's kind of a comparison too, and it's kind of a hope, as we see here in the title of the book. Kind of explanation over here. We see this as a hope story. Yes, it's a hope story because when we see the both Natasha and Daniel fighting for a love, fighting for something, this is a hope story. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the prologue. Carl Sagan said that if you want to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. When he says from scratch, he means from nothing. He means from a time before the world even existed. If you want to make an apple pie from nothing at all, you have to start with the Big Bang and expanding universe. Neutrons, ions, atoms, black holes, suns, moons, ocean tides, the Milky Way, Earth, evolution, dinosaurs, extinction level events, platypus, Homo erectus, Cro-Magnon man, etc. You have to start at the beginning. You must invent fire. You need water and fertile soil and seeds. You need crows and people to milk them, and more people to churn their milk into butter. You need wheat and sugarcane and apple trees. You need chemistry and biology. For a real good apple pie, you need the art. For an apple pie that can last for generations, you need the printing press and the industrial revolution and maybe even a poem. To make a thing as simple as an apple pie, you have to create the whole wild world. Does that make you read the story? I think this is more interesting than, get you more attached to the book. One day, Charles Yoon Charlie, my older brother, firstborn son of a firstborn son, surprised my parents and all their friends, entire Gasparian Korean community of Flushing, New York, by getting kicked out of Harvard University, best school. My mother said when his acceptance letter arrived, now he's been kicked out of best school. And all summer my mom frowns and doesn't quite believe and doesn't quite understand why you grade so bad. They kick you out. Why they kick you out? Why not make you stay and study more? My dad said, no kick out, required to withdraw, not the same as kick out. Charlie grumbles, it's just temporary, only for 2 semesters. Under this unholy bridge of my parents' confusions and shame and disappointments, even I almost feel bad for Charlie, almost. Natasha. My mom says it's time for me to give up now. And that's what I'm doing is futile. She's upset. So her accent is thicker than usual and even statement is a question. You don't think it's time for you to give up now, Natasha? You don't think that what you're doing is futile? She drew out the first syllables of futile for a second too long. My dad doesn't say anything. He's moved with anger or impotence. I'm never sure which. His frown is so deep and so complete that it's hard to imagine his face with another expression. If this were even just a few months ago, I would be sad to see him like this. But now, I don't really care. He's the reason we're all in this mess. Peter, my 9-year-old brother, is the only one of us happy with this turn of events. Right now, he's back in his suitcase playing The Woman No Cry by Bob Marley. Old school baking music, he called it. Despite the fact that he was born here in America, Peter says he wants to live in Jamaica. He's always been pretty shy and had a hard time making friends. I think he imagines that Jamaica will be a paradise and that somehow things will be better for him there. The four of us are in the living room of our one-bedroom apartment. The living room doubles as a bedroom, and Pera and I share it. It has two small sofa beds that we pull out at night and a bright blue curtain down the middle for privacy. Right now the curtain is pulled aside so you can see both our house at once. It's pretty easy to guess which one of us want to leave and which one to stay. My side still looks living in. My side still looks living in. My books are on my small IKEA shelf. My favorite picture of me and my best friend Bev is still sitting on my desk, where we're in safety putting at the camera in physics labs. The safety goggles were my idea, the 60-pound yogurt years. I haven't removed a single item of clothing from my dresser. I haven't even taken down my NASA star map poster. It's huge. Actually, 8 posters that I taped together and shows all the major stars, constellation, and section of the Milky Way visible from the northern hemisphere. It even has instruction on how to find Polaris and navigate your way by stars in case you get lost. The poster tubes I bought from Picnic are loaded and opened against the wall. On their side or the surface are bare. Most stations already picked away into boxes and suitcases. My mom, right now of course, what I'm going is futile, so I grab my headphones, my physics textbooks, and some comics. If I have time to kill, maybe I can finish up my homework and read. Peter shakes his head at me. Why are you bringing that? He says, meaning the textbooks. He asks, meaning the textbooks. We're leaving, Tasha. You don't have to run in homework. Peter has just divorced the power of sarcasm. Uses it every chance he gets. I don't bother responding to him. Just put my headphones on and head for the door. Back soon, Mom. She kisses her teeth and turns away. I remind myself that she's not upset with me. Tasha, is not you me upset with, you know? It's something she says a lot these days. I'm a citizen and immigration CIS building in downtown Manhattan to see if someone there can help me. We are undocumented immigrants and we're being deported tonight. Today is my last chance to try to convince someone or fate to help me find a way to stay in America. To be clear, I don't believe in fate, but I'm desperate. So yeah, as you see when we read the first pages, it's amazing and simple. So simple, understanding, and incredible book that is full of reality, that is full of science and facts, and it's showing us the obstacles that Natasha going through, and she doesn't believe in fate. So this is the journey that she will go through in the book. So I highly recommend this book and I hope you enjoy reading it, and see you guys